So before I get started, I wanted to show you my outfit that I'm wearing. So all day I've been cleaning, had a shower, done my makeup and hair, and then I just threw like a comfy outfit on, these Messino knitted trousers and a grey tee. I completely forgot I had these, and because I'm popping out afterwards, I put on my denim jacket, which I love. Usually I like really oversized things, but I had to get a 34 in this. So this is the 34 and it fits me perfectly. And I just think this is such a nice casual outfit, and I'm going to Ibiza in a couple of days and I'm going to wear this to the airport, I think, because it's really comfy and I can wear these when I'm there and I can wear this in the evening. So I just wanted to show you this look before we start the video, which I'm really nervous about, by the way. I have wet nails. So I'm one of these people, I'm really good at doing my own nails, but I'm one of these people that leave it to the very last minute and mess them up. Because I talk a lot, by the time I finish this video, they'll be dry. They're actually nearly dry already. So I'm a little bit nervous about filming this video because I know that it's gonna attract all the trolls. They already have so much to say when it comes to, whenever I get any negativity, it's about this one subject, about me, like money, how I live, like how I got here. And they also like to call me old, but you need to realise that YouTube does not have an age limit. So dumb. Yeah, so I'm a little bit nervous about this being a bit controversial, but I know that it's a very small amount, you're very small people and you're a small amount of people. So I know that this is quite a like relatable, inspirational story. I'm not like rags to riches or anything, or maybe a little bit, but like nothing extravagant. And I didn't come from a super poor family. I had a terminally ill dad that meant that we couldn't afford that much growing up. So I just hope that what you get out of this is inspirational. And I'm having a bad hair day today because I've just washed my hair. I just want it to be inspirational and basically to answer a video that you've been asking me for. So if this video comes across that I'm like also famous and arrogant and I'm so rich, I will literally smack my face with a wet fish. I will be so upset if this video comes across like that. And if you've just clicked on my video and you've never seen me before, you're probably usually gonna hate me. If this is the first video that you've seen of me, you are for sure not gonna like me, because I know that this is not gonna come out exactly how I want it, and because of the subject that I'm talking about, I don't wanna come across arrogant, so just give me a chance or watch another video. So let's just get into the video. I think I've written notes because otherwise this would be so long. I already know it's going to be long. And this is my pen, a troll pen. I got this in honour of all the trolls watching because I know you're going to love this video. Disclaimer. I think I've done that. Introduction. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you from when I was 14, because this is the day I started working, the day I started gunning for that luxury wardrobe, and I want this to relate to anyone watching that's young, and then I'm going to take it all the way through to how old I am now, in my 30s. So it is a long chatty video, bear with me. Nothing exciting is happening. And I also just want to explain my journey. So let's just get into it. When I was 14 years old, I started work. I hope this is not going to get me in trouble divulging all this information, because you're not allowed to work when you're 14. It's not my fault. I asked for a job, they gave it to me. I was 14, I didn't know. So the only job I could get was at a restaurant working on a Sunday carvery. And I'm just explaining this to you to let you know where I've come from and what it takes to buy a luxury wardrobe for me. This is all for me. I'm not judging anyone. If you want to judge me, go for it. So I used to get like £25 a day, and I realised I needed more money. And yes, I'm talking about money a lot in this video, but that's just the subject. It's not the be all and end all of my life. So I started doing weddings on a Friday and Saturday night. And then I loved like how my wages were increasing, and I learned very early on, which is what I want to start this video with, that you need to build the foundation in your mindset and in your lifestyle that you get out of life what you put into it. That's the whole of life. You get however much you work. So if you're not prepared to work and you're going to get things elsewhere, then that's up to you. But I realised from a very young age, the more I work, the more money I get, the more I can buy, the more I can save, the more I can invest, the more I can triple my money. I learned this at 14. I had this weird bloody bit of hair Ignore my hair, this is not a beauty video, it's not a hair video. This is not about me. It is about me, but... yeah, so learn this foundation that you need to realise that you need to work. Anyone that lives off their husband or their wife or their parents, I have no qualms about that. Like, good for you, and there's nothing wrong with that, and other people shouldn't judge you or judge me. Each to their own. Like, I'm not judging anyone in this video or like saying bad things about anybody else. This is just how I whatever live. So then when I was 16 years old, I got my first job at River Island, and the shifts were quite short, so then I'd then go back to the restaurant and work there the rest of the day and the evening, and I'd clean the pub toilets. Worst job of my life to this day, but you've got to do what you've got to do. I was 14 and that was the only way of me getting money. I would then take my wages at the end of the month and I would buy things on bulk on the internet. Like, I remember I bought like 80 Juicy Couture tracksuits that were like 2 seasons old, and they were from America, so you couldn't even get them here. So here it was amazing. And I would sell them and literally triple my wage. So looking back, I realised that I was quite the entrepreneur. Couldn't even say that word. I just want to Google what entrepreneur means, because like what the definition is. A person who sets up a business or businesses taking on financial risk in the hope for profit. Yeah, I mean, that's a very vague description. I think an entrepreneur is, I just want to talk about this because it's all related. An entrepreneur is someone that has fire in their belly. My mum hates it when I say that, tummy. And you've just got that ambition and that fire, and you don't stop until you get it, and you've got ideas. Normally it means working for yourself, but you know, I guess you can like run someone else's company. But it's all about having fire, ambition, not giving up. You don't have to be academic, you can be academic. You know, you could be an ice cream van owner and you're thinking of new ways to attract customers, be the best selling ice cream van in that town. This is all entrepreneur. And I realised that I had this from a very young age, and the reason why I've been branded a luxury blogger is because I've been buying luxury since I was 14. Yeah, I may have started off with like Vivienne Westwood and like the lower end designer, but you know, you all have to start somewhere. And as I got older, it's not been the be all end all of my life, and my main priority in life is just something that I like, and I buy things to stand the test of time. So if you watch my hauls in the future, if you're watching me for the first time, I swear you're going to hate me, but go to the hauls, see what kind of thing I buy. And the reason why I have quite a large collection compared to some people, not everyone, some people, it's because I invest in the right thing and I've grown experience over time, and I hope that all my other videos help and relate to this video. So, so much information going on in my head to share with you. So yeah, I basically would sell all my stuff, and sometimes if my dad was ill and he couldn't collect me, I'd walk 2 hours to the restaurant and 2 hours back, literally, and I wouldn't even want to spend money on the bus money because I wasn't earning that much and every penny was important. So that's how I lived, how I started. The main tip that I can give you is to make sacrifice. So you might watch this video and think, oh, she's just stripping her life of every other happiness. This is everyone's choice. So I would sacrifice a lot of things to be able to afford what I want. And when I was younger and I was a student, it would be different things. Like if I wanted to go out in the evening, it was either the Topshop dress or a high street dress, or maybe a Reese dress if I was going all out, or going out for the budget for drinking. Obviously I picked the outfit and then I'd just have a Diet Coke when I went out. It was win-win for me because I was saving the calories, I was fresh the next day, I got my new outfit, and then I just became immune to not drinking really, and I was absolutely fine with it. I didn't start drinking until in my 30s, when one, I could afford to shop and drink when I went out, no joke. No, I was younger than 30, I'm just saying I started drinking at 30 just because I started enjoying it then. So that's just a small example, and I'm not sitting here saying, oh yeah, because I didn't drink I was able to buy 25 Chanel bags. No, this is a period over a long time. My dedication has been the majority of my life, and everything adds up. So I've never ever had beauty treatments like facials, nails, blow dries, fake tans, none of this when I was younger. I would do it once in a blue moon because I had to prioritise somewhere. I would have a little pot with whatever I wanted on it. I remember once one of the goals was going to Ibiza, because holidays are a luxury, and if I didn't have the cash at the end of it, I wouldn't go. Simple as that. I got enough money. I decided that it would make me more happy, make me feel happier if I bought a pair of Christian Louboutins for the first time, so that's what I did. Of course I did go away with the girls, but not as much as everybody else, or I'd go for a few days instead of 2 weeks like some of them would go. So it's just all about prioritising. You will have more luxuries in your life than you realise, so take 10 things, I'm sure you can count 10 things, and then narrow them down to half, or 2, or 7, whatever. Scrap out. Like Starbucks, I have 1 or 2 a day. This is a luxury that I know if I scrapped in 10 years time it would be like Birkin level money, but I like it, it makes me happy, and I would rather have a budget for Starbucks than getting my nails done once a week. It's just about priorities, and I'm just explaining you mine. So that was kind of when I was younger. Now I'm older as an adult, I could definitely afford a cleaner twice a week, because I clean my house twice a week, but I don't have one. And I'm not saying that, oh, if I had a cleaner I wouldn't be able to afford all the nice things I have. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I have to make sacrifices along the way. A cleaner is one of them. More than happy to do it myself. It's something that I semi-enjoy afterwards. I feel like I clean very well. And if it means me doing it at 1 o'clock in the morning or on my day off, then so be it. But my cleaner is £50 every time she comes. If I had her 2 times a week that I would really want, that's £100 a week, £400 a month, and I would rather, this is like, a cleaner is a luxury, so I would rather take that money, like once I've paid all my bills and all my savings and everything else that I need to have, which I cannot stress to you is so much more important, then you have your luxury money. And I would rather have 2 pairs of luxury shoes, 1 pair of luxury shoes, or more money in my savings account, or buy something for Paris, whatever it is, spoil my sister, whatever it is that I want to do. I just want to have more fun for luxuries. That's one of my sacrifices. If I'm super busy, I'll get her to come in once every 2 months or something. Same as if I get my nails done once in a blue moon and I really enjoy it. So this is just a little example of making sacrifices, and I don't want to, it's already so long telling you that. So that's how I make the sacrifice. It's important that you learn from the word get-go that life is what you make it, and only you can buy the things that you want. And yes, you can have other people buying you stuff, but it should be a bonus. So I think I'm going to start getting into the questions. I asked on Snapchat and Instagram what you wanted to hear, so I'm just going to pick out a few questions. So Dana is one of my favourite people on my YouTube comments. She used to tell me the sweetest things on YouTube, and she's Hey Dana Lynn. How about how you decide whether or not to buy something pre-loved or new? So because I've always worked at Harrods, I've never had the like the discount that I had would always be the same as pre-loved. So I only buy pre-loved when it's something that I missed or something that I can't get hold of, like my black Hermes Kelly or my Bauman jacket that I couldn't find in the shops anymore. But definitely if you don't have a discount, yeah, sure, buy something pre-loved to save yourself some money. I would definitely do that, and I would do it now if, you know, I bought this brand new from Net-a-Porter. If I found it on Vestiaire Collective for £500, I would have bought it. Like, that makes sense. And Vestiaire Collective is definitely the way to go because you know it's authentic and the prices are fair. Also, how do you decide what pieces to sell in order to help buy something else? I don't buy to sell. However, when I buy luxury, I make sure it has a resale value. Resale value brands are Hermes and Chanel for sure. Ready to wear, you don't really get that much money back, but brands like Bauman, like classic pieces, like good fabrics, you'll get a bit of a resale out of. Dior doesn't resell as much as Chanel or Hermes, but it's still a good brand to buy and sell. I'll only sell something if I haven't worn it for a year and a half. So the year and a half is important because I need that extra 6 months to make sure. And if I've got 3 red bags and I want a 4th one, I need to sell one of them because I'm not going to need 4. So that's how. Kiki Koran. I think people would love to know if you have a saving program for bags, as in a separate account with set amounts, or are you the kind of person that slips £50 into a box now and again? when you're saving, you always have an end goal. So when I was younger, I would definitely put away my wage each month. Now I'm freelance and I earn more than what I did before. It's kind of changed, but I will always make sure that I have my priorities first, and then my extra money I'll have in like a savings account that I can touch, and I'll always save for something in particular. And for example, this jacket, I couldn't really justify spending £800 on a denim jacket, but I was thinking about it for so long. I knew that like this might be a bit of a trend now, but it is so me. I don't care if it's not in fashion in 2 years time or next summer. I like it. Just buy something that you really love and make sure that you've got everything else sorted first, and then maybe have a pool of money, whether it's in a bank account or a pot of money, whatever suits you really. But yeah, of course you have to make sacrifices and you have to save. Yeah, and I always have an end goal, or I always make sure I have a pool of money just in case there's something I desperately want. And I would hate to be my age and not have access to money. Like, you should always have access to money, no matter how much it is, for an emergencies and life expenses. I want to hear how you discipline yourself to save up. What motivates you to save up? So if I'm working till 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm absolutely exhausted, I can't help the fact that to keep me going, apart from the response I have from you guys, which is so important to me, it is without you I won't be doing all of this, I swear. Like literally, like the excitement you bring me, I mean it in terms of that. I would say that, sorry, I'm conscious of the time. This is definitely going to be a long video. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. If I'm working late and I'll be like, yeah, but I really want to get that. I really want to get that new bag, and you know, I have to work to get it, and I'll do extra hours. I'll take on more campaigns than my body can handle. Like, I'll push myself to exhaustion, but what else can I do? And then when I was younger, like you heard, I had like 3 jobs and worked the whole weekend. Like, I would barely ever go out. What was your first designer bag, and how did you expand your collection? My first designer bag was like when I was 14, I was literally buying like Juicy Couture bags, and then I like evolved into like the small Louis Vuitton bags. And then when I worked at Harrods, my first bag was a Vivienne Westwood bags. I feel like you start off with the really branded stuff, which is fine. Like, you want to make sure that like that people know that your bag isn't from like, I don't know, Georgia Asda. It's like I wanted them to know. And if that's new money, then yeah, I'm new money, come from a poor family, saved enough money to buy something. If that's what you want to call me, new money, then go for it. If that's what I am, that's what I am. And you know, I was very young, I had different priorities then, you know, no lighthouse to pay for or whatever. And then as I got older, I think I was 23 when I bought my first Chanel bag, and I bought a black one. And I remember I went to buy it. It took me a 1.5 years to save up. I went to the till and it had gone up that morning 400 and something pounds, and I didn't have enough money. So I was like, oh well, just have to work another month. And then I went back a month later and got it. And then like the next one took me about 8 months to save up for, and I just worked really hard and earned more money as I got older. Do you plan what you're saving for before you start saving? Yeah, normally you always start. I mean, I'm always saving, but yeah, there'll be something in particular. Want to hear how you discipline yourself, what motivates you? Oh, I already said that one. How do you prioritise everything outside of luxury items to be able to afford them? So I've already touched upon this, that I just make sacrifices each and every day, and I live by the rule that if you can't afford it twice, don't buy it. Yes, admittedly, when I bought my first Chanel bag, I definitely couldn't afford to buy that twice, but I had no responsibilities then. I was living with my parents, I just started working. It's acceptable. Even if you're a student and you want to live by that rule, then you're better than me, because I couldn't do it then. But now, as an adult, having responsibilities, hopefully having children soon, then I will, for sure, won't buy anything like this jacket. If I can't afford spare money to buy it twice, I honestly don't buy it. Things like flying economy. Like if I go on a business trip, I normally fly business class, and I'm like, hallelujah, this is amazing. Like, I appreciate it so much, and I can afford to go business if I want, but I am the kind of person, I would rather suck it up for 10, 11 hours, however much it is, And yes, it's very pleasurable to go business and I love every second of it and it is worth every penny, but it's not quite worth it to me at this moment in my life. I hope that I am more successful soon. So you can see I'm no bloody Kim Kardashian here. I've never visualised myself like flying on my own private jet, but business class one day. And I'd rather just spend the money at Terminal 5 on a bag, suck it up for 10 hours being on the flight, or even have that money in my bank account. I can't quite justify that yet, so, you know, it's all sacrifices. Like, I could fly business, and I have friends that fly business, but they would never fly economy because that's what's important to them, but they don't buy 90% of what I buy, and it's all about priorities, and I respect each and every person for the way that they live their life. How long does it take to save up for a luxury item such as a Chanel bag? 6 months and 1 year. And how do you set money aside? So my first bag was 18 months, and even now I'll save the money for something, and if I have like a tax bill, or you know, I have to pay for the plumber, or you know, Tallulah needs an operation, which has happened in the past, then I can't, you know. It's just material things. Top 10 pieces to save and build a luxury wardrobe and how to avoid buyer's remorse. So this is a whole new video, so I'll touch on this. I would start to build your luxury wardrobe. Know for sure that you've got to sacrifice to get there. Know that you have to work to get these kind of things. And I would start off with a luxury bag, whatever's in your budget, and go for a classic colour. I chose black, my black Chanel classic flat. My next priority down the line would be to buy a light coloured bag, so then you've got something for the summer, something for the winter, holidays, weddings, etc. Then I would probably, over anything else, get a bright coloured bag. So you've got like something for everything, and a bag can make your outfit. You can have a £10 dress on, and that designer bag you can wear it all the time. Definitely start with bags. Then I would say shoes, but make sure it's not something like super high or super bright unless you love wearing bright all the time. Just get something classic that goes with what you wear. And again, I'd do the dark colour and then the light colour. Then I'd invest in a jacket, a tailored jacket or a leather jacket. This is my style. I'm talking about my style. And I would start with something black or something cream, and then get whatever colour you didn't get, so you've got like 2 light and dark colours. So that's just the basics, and then you can wear your jacket, your shoes, your trousers, your bags. So I would say you need 6 things really, and then go from there. Do you get a lot of discounts on items you buy due to being an influencer, or do you buy a lot of stuff? This is a good question, because let's not deny the fact that I'm an influencer, and I am branded a luxury blogger because of I have more than some. Not everyone, more than some. This is because I've been buying luxury from day one. I would never spunk my money, that's a terrible word, sorry, waste my money in high street stores. You would never catch me doing that. And now as an adult, yes I can. Keep telling everyone I'm an adult, in case you hadn't noticed. And I would, now I can dip into high street, but you know, even last night I bought 3 things from ASOS. It come to £100. I'm never going to wear them again after my holiday. And I can afford it now, and I do love high street still, but I would always prioritise buying luxury. And when I was younger, I would never ever, and if I couldn't afford the luxury, like I remember my first Harrods ball. I'm going to try and find a picture and I'll insert it, but I had no money. It was like my first ball. I'd been there like 6 months and I didn't have enough money, and everyone was wearing designer dresses when I got there, like the team that I was working in. And I just couldn't afford, and I didn't want to have like a high street dress. I literally didn't want to have it. So if you really love good quality and to be different, you don't have to just buy luxury. And this is a really good tip actually. I searched the internet and I bought a vintage dress. It cost me £16. It was a size 16. It was to the floor. I cut it. I did a hem, so it was really baggy on me, but because it was short and backless, I really hope I can find the picture, but it was like red and gold backless. I actually lost that, which is such a real shame. And I had a charity shop bag that cost me £1.50, but it was a beautiful black satin clutch from the 80s. And then I bought a brooch for like £3 that was like from the 70s, maybe 80s. And I absolutely loved it, and people might have thought I looked crazy, but that outfit cost me like, I think like £35. I did my own hair, my own nails. I had my new Christian Louboutins on, and I had a really cheap outfit that I bought pre-loved. like vintage. That was the way to go. Like, I was so focused on how much I loved luxury for no other reason than I just loved it, not for anyone else but myself. And I would always buy vintage. So if you don't want to waste your money on high street, then that is something that I always used to do. Yeah, and I also want to say that yes, I do have a lot more than what I would have if I wasn't an influencer, but that was my choice, to be a blogger and go work in the fashion industry. Like, I love it so much, I always have done, and I do get perks of having all these discounts. Like, when I got my job at Harrods, I got offered another job at a magazine. I thought to myself, they were both similar wage, both styling jobs, and I thought to myself, right, if I take the magazine job, I'm going to be buying all these designer things, like I know I am. I might as well take the job at Harrods because I'll get a discount. I also had a connection at Harrods because my mum would take me there when I was younger, and she would like say, look at those girls, Claire, like, you can be like that. If you work hard enough, you can be anything you want to be. And I never forget that day when she said that to me. I never forgot it, and now I am one of those girls that she pointed out to me. So yeah, I had that connection with Harrods, and I've always just had it in the back of my mind that this is the stuff I wanted to have, and I've just had this collection over a long, long time. Anything you sacrifice in order to afford expensive things, I think I've covered that. How you recycle to save for other items, what avenues do you use? So I love selling on, I basically sell on my Snapchat. So if you're not following me on Snapchat or Instagram, that is the first place that I'll put up something for sale, and it always goes before I get to put it up anywhere else, like Depop, Vestia. Yeah, and I'll always sell just the odd thing, which I've already spoken about. That's it, that's the questions. I've tried to keep this down, as there is so much more I want to talk to you about, and I'm worried that if I don't talk about anything, I'm just going to come across as like some arrogant, nasty bitch, so I really hope I haven't. And I'm not like, I don't want you to think that I come from some homeless family and now I'm like bloody Tamara Eccleston or anything. That's not what this video has been about. But I hope it's been a little bit inspirational. I hope the tips I've given you have helped you. There's so much more I want to say, but this is just such a long video anyway. So I hope this has helped you think to yourself, I am an entrepreneur. I can't bloody say that word. I'm an entrepreneur, and do you know what? I'm gonna leave the hair salon I'm working with, and I'm gonna set up my own business. Like, you go for it, because that's what I did with my life. I worked enough to get experience in the sector that I wanted to work in. I saved enough money, and I didn't stop. I tried to do it a little while ago, not the blog, my business that I have, and it failed because I wasn't experienced enough, and I didn't give up, and I did it again. So don't ever give up. Realise that life is what you make it. Life is what you work and put into it. Anybody that has an allowance off of their husband or their wife or their parents, that's absolutely fine. I'll just encourage you to maybe have that, which is amazing, but also do something for yourself, grow yourself, make your parents or your husband proud, and do what makes you happy. And watch my other haul videos if you would like to have more tip and advice on what to buy that's luxury, because I think that these are all going to interlink with this video. So I hope you liked this video. You probably didn't. I was probably just a load of chatty, and I'm going to get loads of abuse how much I've just spoken about crap. But I've tried, and I don't really know how else to explain it to you. So hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more. I have so many more videos to come. My house tour, my flat tour, my wedding video, my Chanel collection, so much more. And the more I grow, the more it will be worth my time making more videos for you. So that's not a bribe, it's just wanted to put that out there. So thanks for watching. I'm really hot, and I'll see you in the next one.